Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi friends, we are from Group 1. Our material is Speech Act Refusal. It will presented by me, Fali Fadila Arisada, number 26, Amalia Syahida Adiana, number 31, and also Arifinola Hidayatunanda, number 32. Okay. Definition of Speech Act Refusal. Refusal can mean the disapproval or rejection of the interlocutor's idea, and therefore a threat to the interlocutor's face. Essentially, it means saying no, I will not do it, in response to someone else's utterance in which he has conveyed to us that he wants us to do something and that he expects us to do it. Due to their inherently face-threatening nature, refusals are often especially sensitive nature, and a pragmatic breakdown in this act may easily lead to unintended offense and or breakdowns in communication. Jadi, refusal adalah sebuah penolakan dari ajakan si lawan bicara. Dalam konteks ini, si pembicara menolak permintaan dari si lawan bicaranya. Karena penolakan ini bersifat sangat sensitif, jadi sebuah tindakan pragmatik yang salah akan menyebabkan kesalahpahaman dalam komunikasi tersebut. According to L. Aryani 2007, the speech act of refusal occurs when a speaker directly or indirectly says no to request or invitation. He states that refusal is a face-threatening act to the listener or requester or inviter because it contradicts his or her expectations and is often realized through indirect strategies. Thus, it requires a high level of pragmatic competence. Nah, jadi menurut L. Aryani ini tahun 2007, penolakan atau refusal ini bisa dilakukan dengan dua cara, yaitu secara langsung dan secara tidak langsung. Namun di sini dijelaskan jika yang secara tidak langsung hanya dianjurkan oleh orang yang mempunyai kompetensi pragmatik yang tinggi. The another opinion is from Chen. Chen used strategies to analyze speech act sets of refusal and concluded that direct refusal as no was not a common strategy for any of the subjects, regardless of their language background.
The next material is refusals are also of interest due to their typically complex construction. They are often negotiated over several turns and involve some degree of indirectness. In addition to this, their form and content tends to vary depending the type of speech aid that elicits them. For example, requests, over, and etc. And they usually vary in degree of directness depending on the status of the participant. In most culture, it tends to be indirect, include mitigation and or delay with the turn or across turns. According to BB et al. 1990, the delay shows that the addressor or refuser has a certain reason for refusing the request and may imply that she or he would accept or agree instead if it is possible or practical. And then, an example of refusal is there is one example when Mandarin Chinese speakers wanted to refuse a request, they expressed positive opinion. For example, would like to much less frequently than American English speakers. Mandarin Chinese informants concerned that if they ever expressed positive opinions, then they would be forced to calmly. Southerners, example, I'm afraid I really don't know, that are most commonly used by English speakers to mitigate refusals to requests, offers, and invitations. Were used much less frequently by Egyptian Arabic speakers. Gratitude was regularly expressed by American English speakers in refusing invitations, offers, and suggestions, but rarely by Egyptian Arabic speakers.
And the next is strategies of refusal. According to the system, the strategies of the headache of speech are classified into two major categories: direct and indirect formulates. Then each category of the strategies of the speech act of refusal are divided into subcategory, include include the example for each as follow: direct strategies and indirect strategies. And the first is direct strategies. For the example from direct strategies is performative, like reviews. The second is non-performative statement. For the example, no. The third is negative willingness ability. For the example, I cannot, I won't, I don't think so. And the next is indirect strategies. The example from indirect strategies is the first statement of regret, like I'm sorry, I feel terrible. The second is wish, I wish I could help you. The third is excuse, reason, and explanation. For the example, my children will be home that night. For the fourth statement of alternative, I can do, or instead of I'd rather do. And why don't you ask someone else? And the fifth set condition for future or past acceptance. For example, if you had asked me earlier, then promise of future acceptance, I'll do it next time. And settlement of principle, like I never do business with my friend. And the last is statement of philosophy, like one can be too careful. And an attempt to dissuade the interculture. A threat or statement of negative consequence to the recuser. I won't be any fun tonight. Uh, to refuse an invitation. Itu untuk menolak sebuah undangan ya. Guilt trip. Waitress to customer who want to sit a while. Like, I can make a living of people who just order the coffee. The C, RTC criticize the request or requester, the statement of negative feeling or opinion, insult, attack. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Kayak marah gitu ya. Terus request for help, empathy, and assistance by dropping of holding the request, and let the interculture of the hook. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Okay, baik-baik aja ya. Gak usah khawatir. Don't think so. Don't mention it. Self-defeat. I'm doing all I can, and accepting the function as a refusal, like unspecific or indefinite reply and lack of enthusiasm. And 11, avoidance, nonverbal, like silent, hesitation, doing nothing, physical temperature, kayak menjauhi banget gitu. Terus the verbal is topic switch, joke, repetition of part, the request such as Monday, kayak bingung gitu, nggak mau Monday. Postponement, I'll think about it. I don't know, I'm not sure. Okay.